I know how the title of this is going to sound. I know you're probably just going to assume that I'm crazy or some kind of sicko. Believe me, I didn't want it to happen like this. I didn't want to become the Facebook killer. I killed her about an hour ago. I just got home. I know that the cops are going to find me. There's no way I'm going to cover this up. That's why I'm making this. This is going to be the complete story and why I feel I really had no choice other than to do what I had to do. Well, it all started when I moved in 8th grade. As most of you know, it gets pretty difficult to make friends once you hit a certain age. I was pretty well adjusted at my old school, but this new one, it was a struggle. No one really reached out to me or tried to befriend me, and being that I had such low self-esteem, I really couldn't bring myself to befriend anyone else. These people were all strangers to me, and all they seemed to do was look at me and give me these weird looks. I never had an easy life growing up. My father, he mostly blamed me for all of the bad things that happened in our house. He kind of got stuck in that way of thinking, if that makes any sense. He was a shoo-in for a job at the company he worked for. Unfortunately, things happened and, well, he found out that his wife was pregnant with me. He tried to keep it as quiet as he could, but unfortunately, word got out, and he really didn't get the position he was supposed to. He actually got demoted as a result of it. So from there on out, he pretty much blamed me for everything that went wrong in our lives. It definitely played a part in why I had such low self-esteem growing up. Anyway, back to the story. Well, after I moved to this new school, it got pretty bad, pretty quick. I don't want to bore you with too many details just because it's actually such a cliche. I mean, I moved to this school, I pretty much got bullied, everyone ignored me, and the only time anyone paid any attention to me was when they were laughing at me. It really hurt. It sucked. I didn't want to wake up, I didn't want to go to school, I didn't want to do anything. I really didn't have a way of communicating with any of my old friends, so I was pretty much on my own. I couldn't really talk to my parents. I mean, my dad hated me and my mom was pretty much always drinking. Most of the time I would try to talk to her and she wouldn't even acknowledge me. Eventually I realized that I had no people skills. I was probably never going to have a friend. That's when I turned to Facebook. I figured if I could talk to people on there, maybe I could work my way over to them and become friends with someone in real life. Eventually. I don't know. I didn't really think it through. Now that I've used Facebook for long enough, I see kind of how weird of an idea this was. And how much of a lowlife I am. But I digress. So I started adding random people. And I do mean random. I would just type in a random name, whatever came to my mind. I would talk to all of them. I was always so nice. I would chat away through the night with people that were practically strangers across the internet. I ended up meeting this one girl. She was really nice. She was really nice to me. She always had something positive to say. She always tried to inspire me to do better things and to try more stuff. That kind of shit. We ended up getting really close. I mean, we would pretty much talk to each other all the time. Every second that I could, I was on Facebook, waiting for her to get on or talking to her. Fast forward a couple years and I was in my sophomore year of high school. Things were going great. I mean, I still didn't have any friends or anything, but I had her. That was all I needed. We had gotten really close and we actually started flirting. Now, don't get me wrong, I had no idea how to win over a girl, but apparently I did. Trust me, I was as shocked as you were, but I wasn't about to argue. She started dropping signals that she liked me, and I just kinda knew that we were going to be together, one way or the other. She did live a town away, but nothing can stop true love, right? Time went on, and eventually, she wanted a naked picture. Like I said before, I have really low self-esteem, and being insecure about my body just kinda comes with the territory. So I was in no rush to do it, but I figured it's what she wanted. She wanted a full frontal nude, and I wasn't about to tell her no. After about 20 attempts, I finally got a decent picture. I sent it to her, and her only reply was a winky face. I asked her what she thought of my body, but she didn't reply. In fact, she didn't reply to me for days. I thought I scared her off. A couple days later, she posted my picture. She posted it on my wall. It was me, nude. I felt totally violated. What the hell was I gonna do? Within 20 minutes of it being posted, everyone on my Facebook wall started making fun of me. It was the worst thing that could have ever happened. I didn't know what to do. I tried untagging myself in it, but it didn't make the picture go away. It was still there. That was when I felt so betrayed. I didn't know what to do with myself. I trusted this girl with my life, with my soul, and my body. And she just put it out there for the world to see. For the world to ridicule me. That's why I had to kill her. I loved her. I thought she was the one. But after what she did to me, she humiliated me. But I wasn't gonna let her get away with it. Stupid bitch. I slit her throat in her sleep. I know the police are gonna be here soon. I hope people see that I didn't want to. It actually took me days to convince myself that I had to do it, but it was the only thing I could do. Well, that's pretty much my side of the story. Moral of the story? Don't leave yourself vulnerable to someone you've never met in real life. Or it just might end badly.